Good evening, everyone. I see that many people are continuing to log in to this great Zoom event, so we'll let them do that. I would like to get started this evening. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Eliza Ross. I'm your Alumnae and Alumni Director. You have arrived at the Alumnae and Alumni Awards presentations, part of Virtual Reunion 2020. Tonight, we are honoring 4 special graduates with Alumnae and Alumni Awards. And I'd like to begin with a few announcements. First, please know that this event is being recorded. We want our winners to have a recording for their later viewing in person, as perhaps one of their family members would record this presentation for them if it were on a phone or we were under a tent or in the gym on campus. If you prefer not to be on camera, simply press stop video on your screen. You won't be seen, but you will still be able to see us. Second, so that we can hear all of our speakers and awardees, everyone presenting, everyone else will be on mute this evening. During the presentations, various people will be spotlit, which means that they will show up on your screen as you can see me now. And third, we have communicated to you that protecting our Zooms is really important. And as this is a large event, we have disabled the ability to chat with everyone. Instead, when someone is being awarded, we invite you to use your available Zoom reactions or lift up your Notre Dame alum sticker to cheer on an award winner. If you would like to offer written congratulations, please send me a message in the chat, and I will pass that along to our winners after the event. I am listed as Eliza Ross, NDMU staff. Now, before we get to the award presentations, it's a long-standing tradition, reunion tradition, that classes engage in friendly competition around 3 key areas: reunion attendance, dollars raised, and annual fund participation. These achievements are recognized year-round with circle signs marking Gibbons, Doyle, and LeClaire circles. This year is no different. However, this year we had a sweep with a class total of $83,769, a participation rate of 33%, and a virtual reunion attendance of 43 alumni. The Gibbons, Doyle, and LeClaire circles will all be renamed to the Class of 1970 Circle. Congratulations, Class of 70, our newest jubilarians. I have one more number to announce. The reunion committee has been working hard to advance a group gift to Notre Dame. Altogether, all of you from 258 donors, you raised $184,944 for Notre Dame. Thank you so very much. Your enthusiasm, your spirit, and your philanthropy go quite a long way at Notre Dame. This is an incredible feat, and this is the kind of momentum that we hope to maintain together, even in the virtual space. And now I'm sure you know her already, but for those who haven't met, I'd like to briefly introduce our president, Dr. Mary Lou Yam. Named 14th president of Notre Dame of Maryland University in 2014, Dr. Yam is part of a history of mission-driven and transformational leaders who have served this great institution. Since taking the helm at Notre Dame, Dr. Yam has created and overseen a number of major initiatives, including a new strategic plan that is guiding NDMU's path through 2025 and beyond, institutional growth, and overall excellence in fulfilling our mission. In true reflection of her leadership, she has been twice included on the Maryland Top 100 Women list by Maryland's Daily Record, in 2017 and again this year in 2020. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Yam.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Eliza. Congratulations, awardees. It is a great pleasure to join you this evening. If you attended my live address last night, you have already heard about some of the great initiatives taking place within the university. A video featuring our new strategic plan, Going Beyond Vision 2025, will be available to you on Sunday afternoon through a reunion follow-up email. Notre Dame of Maryland University is made strong by a community of outstanding alumnae and alumni. Together, tonight, we celebrate 4 remarkable individuals who have served Notre Dame and their communities. They are loyal members of the NDMU family, leading by example. I look forward to the occasion to honor them in person at next year's reunion, as well as this evening, during our first virtual reunion. I would like to give a special welcome to the family and colleagues of our honorees. By extension, you are part of the Notre Dame family. Thank you for being here to support and cheer. It is our tradition that the Alumnae and Alumni Council president read the citation for each award winner. I'm thrilled to introduce to you the new president of the AAC, Nicole C. Gatewood, Esquire, class of 2001. Nikki, as she prefers to be called, is an accomplished attorney and change agent who has practiced law for over 15 years and is the founder of Gatewood and Associates, LLC, a practice focused on complex civil litigation and small business law and consulting services. As are our award winners, Nikki is known by many in our community. She is committed to showing up for NDMU, listening with understanding, and helping to foster a judgment-free culture. Nikki, congratulations on your new role, and thank you for helping us to honor our awardees this evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yam. Greetings, my fellow alumnae and alumni. I'm so excited to be with you. This is such a wonderful moment for all of us. The Alumnae and Alumni Council, better known as the AAC, is the premier liaison body for the alumnae and alumni community. Representatives serve to support alumnae and alumni initiatives, related committees, NDMUs, current students, and especially all of you. We happen to be taking nominations if you are interested in taking on a bigger leadership role. As president of your Alumnae and Alumni Council, I will be here to encourage each and every one of you to join us in lifting up this community, which I refer to as our family. It is our Notre Dame. It's an honor to serve the community in this way, and I invite you along for this journey. Now, on to our awards this evening. The first award of tonight is the Alumnae and Alumni Engagement Award. This award recognizes an alumna or alumnus who has contributed significantly and consistently to Notre Dame's community through time, talent, and or resources. The award recognizes a recipient celebrating a milestone reunion year. This year, the award is presented to Donna C. Bringer Easton, class of 1970. Donna Easton, class of 1970, is a familiar face in the Notre Dame community. For decades, she has gifted NDMU with her insightful leadership, marketing expertise, thoughtful input, and gentle kindness. In 1998, Donna received the Elizabeth P. Hoisington, class of 1940, Distinguished Alumna Award. It is a well-deserved award for her prestigious career, years of service on Notre Dame's Board of Trustees and Trustee Associates, as well as her community board involvements. Today, we honor her for the service she has rendered to her alma mater in the 22 years since her Distinguished Alumna Award. Donna is always responsive to Notre Dame. She is a resource on committees, endlessly extending her willingness to help staff, faculty, and students. Donna has given up her time and her talents to the Legacy Committee, campaign feasibility committees, many, Alumnae Executive Board, Renaissance Institute, and more. We are especially thankful for her leadership of the Women in the New Millennium Committee, a program that brought national women leaders from many fields to campus to meet with students and bring visibility to Notre Dame in the Baltimore region. She also co-chaired the Blue and White Ball in 2012, a major fundraiser for Notre Dame. Donna, along with her husband John, continue to be tireless supporters of Notre Dame. They are a welcoming presence at events, and both have their eye on Notre Dame's future. Donna, this week, we celebrate your 50th reunion. Congratulations to you and all of your classmates on this milestone. Over the last 50 years, you have showed up for over 100 NDMU events, been a financial supporter for over 36 years, and are a Montrose and Militia Society member. You have journeyed with us into this new virtual world, supporting the efforts to engage online, helping us move forward. You have answered the call and encouraged others to follow your good example. We are grateful for your participation, and we are honored to be with you in this community. Congratulations. We turn it over to you for a few words, Donna.
Thank you so much, Nikki. They were very, very kind words. First, let me raise the alarm that Notre Dame has clearly made a huge bookkeeping error. There is simply no way that the girls of the class of 1970 could be celebrating a 50-year reunion. I just want to get that on the record. But assuming that it must be true, and 50 years have indeed somehow flown by, let me just say this. Over these 50 years, it has been my honor, privilege, and my true pleasure to serve in whatever way I could to sustain and strengthen our wonderful Notre Dame. When I was a commuter student, called a day hop back then, it was more than a little difficult to be as involved in the full college community experience as I would have wished. But after graduation, it turned out that I actually discovered I had more opportunity than many of my classmates to stay involved, just in a different way. I embraced that opportunity, and I have enjoyed so many interesting, challenging, and uplifting projects and positions since then, far beyond my expectations. I have been blessed to collaborate with countless dedicated and delightful people, all working toward one goal: to secure the mission and the legacy of our beloved Notre Dame for many generations yet to come. I sincerely hope I've helped to make a difference along the way. So to the Notre Dame Alumnae Alumni Association, please know that I am grateful and humbled by this truly, totally unexpected award. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you so much, Donna. Our second award, the Regina Russo Hamill Class of 1941 Outstanding Recent Graduate Award, is presented to a graduate who within 10 years of graduation has attained exceptional achievement professionally or in service to others and has demonstrated loyalty to the university. This year, we are pleased to introduce a first. Tonight's recipient of the Regina Russo Hamill Class of 1941 Recent Graduate Award goes to a master's degree graduate. We are pleased to award John G. Boyle the title this year. John received his degree in nonprofit management from NDMU in 2016. Since then, he has applied his learning to not only his professional life, but to his volunteer life at Notre Dame. John is active in our Alumnae and Alumni community, sharing his talent and experience on the Alumnae and Alumni Networking Committee as a spokesperson for our graduate programs, including his own degree program, and as a resource for ideas. Professionally, John is the president and CEO of the Immune Deficiency Foundation, known as IDF, headquartered in Towson, Maryland. IDF focuses on meeting the needs of people with primary immunodeficiency diseases. John works to advance research, education, and health policy to support effective diagnoses and treatment of these more than 400 immunodeficiency diseases. Prior to IDF, John worked for the Children's National Medical Center and the Platelet Disorder Support Association. John, you help to set the example for others, that giving back means showing up and sharing. We are grateful for the time that you make for the Notre Dame community. Congratulations, my friend.
Well, thank you very much, Nikki, and Dr. Yam, and everyone who is here on Zoom, and everyone else who's maybe watching later on. It really is, it is lovely, quite an honor. The award itself is absolutely beautiful, and I will just say to those who were in charge of sending it, as much as the award means to me, the flowers that I received yesterday were, I think, the first time I have received flowers maybe in my life. So that was truly a special and unexpected piece. But no, I'm grateful for the Notre Dame community, because if it were not for the program that I went through, and it was a very slow road because I was doing one course per semester at a time while working, and for that I would like to thank my lovely wife Tara, and my parents who are all on the line here for their support during that. Because being part of a family and working and studying, it was all something else. But I really want to thank, again, everyone here, the faculty and my fellow students, now alumni, because really without that program, I would not have had what it is that was really required of me to take on a leadership role at IDF. So a lot of what it is that I do right now, I credit thanks to the, if you will, the guidance that I received through my program. So I'm happy to have been able to give back a little bit of my time and energy thus far. And just know, as a recent graduate, I know it did not say young, but a recent graduate, that this is just the beginning. So thank you very much for the honor, and thank you for embracing me into the Notre Dame community.
Thank you, John. Our third award tonight is the Service to Society Award, which was established to honor a graduate who exemplifies the ideals of our alma mater through the application of their education, initiative, and humanity to socially useful ends in the community, the nation, or the world. The award this year goes to Veronica Walker Hackett, class of 1967, affectionately known as Ronnie Hackett. Ronnie is a graduate of the Women's College who continued a legacy of Notre Dame women, including her grandmother, Genevieve Watson Johnson, from the class of 1914, and her mother, Alice Marie Johnson Walker, from the class of 1943. Few can match the dedication, commitment, and accomplishments of Ronnie's decades of engagement with her alma mater. Ronnie is a shining example of tenacity and generosity. Her stellar career in commercial real estate is evidenced by having been named one of the most powerful women in New York and one of the 100 most important people in real estate by New York business publications. In addition to co-founding the Claret Group, a premier real estate firm, she has overseen developments in major U.S. cities and Europe, one of my favorite places, and played a key role in the transformation of Times Square. Her career accomplishments are extraordinary. So is her philanthropy, with a demonstrated interest in the success of women and girls. She has served as a board member of prominent real estate organizations, including the Urban Land Institute, WX, and REBNY, as well as the committee of 200 women entrepreneurs. Additionally, she was a longtime director of Girls Inc., an organization that inspires all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. Ronnie has been a consistent and generous militia-level supporter of Notre Dame for over the last 33 years and received the Distinguished Alumna Award in 1992. Ronnie, today, we honor you once again and express our gratitude, not only for all you do for Notre Dame, but for women and girls who gain new futures by learning from your inspiring leadership, career excellence, and exemplary service to society. Thank you for all of the work that you do to advance Notre Dame. Ronnie, congratulations.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you. It's a great honor for me to accept this prestigious award for service to society. I stand here not just with the spirit of my mother and my grandmother beside me, but with the strength and determination of all of the strong women, teachers, friends, confidants that we've all known on campus and in the years as alumnae, alumni, observing their inspirational work to expand educational opportunities for women at all levels. Yes, I came from strong parents. A Baltimore native father educated by the Jesuits at Loyola College, and a mother from Northwest Florida inheriting a Notre Dame heritage from my grandmother. They met at a philosophy debate on one of the campuses in Baltimore, went on to marry and raise a family of 6 girls and 1 son in Southern Florida. Like all of you, I am constantly connecting things that I learned at Notre Dame to what I have used in my business career, and I use them all the time in my conversations with young people about careers and leadership. I think the painting behind me that hangs 10 feet from my office desk, my home office desk, sums up the significance of the depth and breadth of a Notre Dame education and its lifelong impact on everything we do. It was painted by my mother, who was a chemistry major at Notre Dame. In fact, my little sister Denise is named after Mom's favorite teacher, Sister Denise, head of the chemistry department in the early 1940s. My mother went on to graduate degrees and a successful career as a school psychologist. At Notre Dame, she was encouraged to explore a wide range of interests. She was able to discover an unknown talent in art, pretty far afield from chemistry, eh? Which she used to educate all of we Walker children growing up. I know that I would not have had the opportunity for a career success, which enabled me to work on my passion for girls and young women, without the strong foundational education of Notre Dame. Thank you, Notre Dame, for that education and for this wonderful honor tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronnie. Our 4th and final award this evening, the Distinguished Alumna Award. This award, one of the highest offered, acknowledges a graduate who has achieved outstanding success in her career or community. In 2008, the award was named in memory of Brigadier General Elizabeth Hoisington, class of 1940. I am thrilled to present this award to my friend, Mary Beth Lennon, class of 1989. Mary Beth Lennon entered Notre Dame's Women's College as an Elizabeth Morrissey Scholar in 1985. An active campus leader, Mary Beth received her bachelor's degree in history with a minor in political science in 1989. At the urging of Dr. Charles Ritter, she continued to the Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C., where she completed her master's degree in Latin American history and worked in the nonprofit sector there. In 1999, Mary Beth returned to Notre Dame as our Alumnae Relations Director, building lifelong friendships with our alumnae and representing Notre Dame on visits to Puerto Rico, Panama, and Japan. She later became Director of Corporate and Foundation Relations, working tirelessly to raise funding for faculty research efforts and significant campus renewal projects. We were lucky to have had Mary Beth on staff, not only as an enthusiastic alumna, but a dedicated colleague and friend to many. From 2007 to 2014, Mary Beth was part of the founding leadership team of Cristo Rey Jesuit High School, the first new Catholic high school to open in Baltimore in more than 40 years. Now beginning her 7th year as president of Mercy High School, Mary Beth has led the Catholic Girls High School through a renaissance of sorts. We're so proud of her. With new learning spaces, the new International Baccalaureate program, and a new $4 million state-of-the-art athletic complex, Mercy is growing and thriving despite the challenges of this pandemic. Over the last 2 decades, Mary Beth has served on the boards of the St. Francis of Assisi School in Mayfield, the Emerald Isle Club, and Baltimore Heritage. She has used her Spanish language skills as a volunteer tutor and fundraiser with the Esperanza Center, and as a catechist at Our Lady of Pompeii Church. This fall, she is a new member of the Loyola Blakefield Board of Trustees and the nominating committee of Mercy Health Services. Mary Beth is a busy woman, and we are grateful for the countless ways she has given back to our own NDMU community, including representing Notre Dame on the board of the Independent College Fund of Maryland, as well as serving on the Alumnae Association board and numerous reunion committees. A member of both the Mary Militia and Montrose societies, she is a familiar face at many NDMU events. She has attended over 50 in her alumna tenure. Mary Beth has been recognized in Baltimore and beyond. She was named to the Daily Record's Maryland Top 100 Women list in 2011, 2016, and finally in 2018 when she was named to their Circle of Excellence. This past January, she was one of 20 heads of school from around the world selected for a prestigious Klingenstein Fellowship at the Columbia University Teachers College. Wow, the list just goes on and on. We're just going to take a moment to think about that. Mary Beth, we are honored to call you a Notre Dame alumna. You are certainly distinguished and enthusiastic as a member of our community. Congratulations on this award. We honor you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you. And thank you, Mary Lou, for hosting this beautiful reunion. I have these nice prepared remarks, but I'll just start with 2 things. One, I love Notre Dame. And the second is, I'm so busy, I forgot my makeup bag and did not bring it back to work with me tonight. Thus, you get me distinctly unglamorous amidst many glamorous people. I want to say, as I accept this award, that I was deeply influenced by my father's formation in Catholic schools and by the Jesuits, and by my mother's determination to open opportunities for herself and her children, which led her to emigrate from Ireland to the United States in 1961 after some pretty desperate post-World War II years. And she worked and struggled in England to get an education for herself. So my sister Noreen is, I know, on this call, and my brother as well. They are both Midwesterners, but they too understand and appreciate my love for Notre Dame. So let me just start by saying I'm deeply grateful. As you heard in the citation, Dr. Charles Ritter urged me to continue from Notre Dame to Catholic University, and he actually arranged for me to receive a fellowship there through a colleague at Catholic University that allowed me to go there and to pursue my love of Latin American history, which had been ignited at Mercy and continued at Notre Dame. The political science, the history and political science department at Notre Dame, when I was a student of Charles Ritter, Jean Stevenson, Leonore Blum, David Hubler, and Alison Dre-Novi, were incredible and formed so many outstanding graduates, and I see many of them here on this call tonight. Certainly, Notre Dame stands for me in terms of academic excellence and women's leadership. And I see also some of my classmates, including my long-suffering Notre Dame roommate, Dr. Heather Sine, is on this call, as well as two colleagues of mine from Mercy who are Notre Dame graduates, Amy Dean Kemp and Kim Rolfs Sheridan, and they are exceptional members of our Mercy High School team, and I'm really grateful that they are here with me tonight. I would be remiss if I did not also mention Josephine Trischler from the English department, as well as two key staff members, represent the many staff members at Notre Dame behind the scenes, and those are Mary Lou Funky and Miss Elsie from housekeeping, who lovingly cared for the Notre Dame campus and Notre Dame students for many, many years. And so I thank you as a staff member and colleague also. I really recognize the staff members who are on the Zoom and who make reunion. I too have killed myself for a reunion, so I totally understand how you are going to feel at the end of the day tomorrow. Sister Kathleen Feely was the president of Notre Dame when I started, and every year she gave an address. And when I was a freshman, the theme was, I believe to thine own self be true. And another theme was, point your compass north. And that is really what teachers do. Teachers inspire children and adults to move forward, to keep moving forward. This has been an extraordinary year for anybody who works in a school, or anybody who loves anyone who works in a school, anyone who is the parent, grandparent, or just really cares about children. And so in accepting this, I want to recognize all of those inspiring teachers, staff members, parents, grandparents, and those who especially were formed by the Sisters of Mercy, who first formed me and who sent me gladly and lovingly to Notre Dame, and to the School Sisters of Notre Dame, and all of their lay faculty and colleagues. Truly inspiring women and men who believe and continue to believe, and who have passed down a legacy to all of us who are committed to transforming the world through education. And so thank you again for this amazing honor. I have it here, and I hope to show this to somebody in person someday. But until then, I just say again, thank you very much. And I hope and pray with all my heart that Notre Dame continues to offer the blessings of an education that inspires and animates and energizes all of us who work for a future that is bright and promising for all of us. So thank you.
Many, many congratulations, Mary Beth. Thank you. To all, we are about to close tonight's event. Before we do, I'd like to offer a toast. So please lift your beverage if you have one nearby. Mary Beth, Ronnie, John, and Donna, our community is made stronger by the effort that you continue to share with us. Thank you for your dedication and for your faith in Notre Dame, for your kindness, your humor, and your love. Congratulations on these achievements. Cheers. In true Notre Dame fashion, and it wouldn't be reunion without it, I would like to invite you to view a special video of our choir singing one of our favorite songs as we end tonight. We will close out with this video, and then you will see a final image on your screen. And I do want to share with you that we hope to see many of you, not all of you, tomorrow for the 2 final events of Virtual Reunion. Reunion Mass with Montrose Society Appreciation will be live streamed from Miracle Chapel of the Annunciation beginning at 11 a.m. It's available on YouTube. And second, the interfaith and spirituality discussion with Sister Kathleen Feely will begin at 1 p.m. on Zoom. For now, please enjoy this very special rendition of the Alma Mater. Good night.